I hope that you already answered all the question or the blanks. And if you need more time, you can pause this video and then try to finish the question. But if you already finished, we are going to see the answer together. We are going to learn the reading and writing fill in the blanks together. And the reason why I just want to emphasize on reading and writing fill in the blanks, because this task is one of the most important tasks in PTE exam, because it contributes to your reading score as well as your writing score. And because I spend a lot of time practicing this particular task, that's why I got very high score in reading and writing. So we are going to learn together. We are going to learn a lot of things together. So make sure that you take down some notes to revise it regularly. I'm going to tell you why you should watch this video, why you should practice reading and writing fill the blanks with me, and what are you going to learn with me. Firstly, we are going to learn different style of reading. And also, we are going to learn the strategies to answer the fill in the blanks question. Going to learn different grammatical structures in reading in context. And of course, you are going to learn new vocabularies, new words, and idioms, expressions, phrasal verbs, and collocation. Okay, now we are going to read the text together and try to understand the text and try to get the answer, the correct answer, as soon as possible. New technologies are helping cities replace falling water infrastructure. They're talking about the new technologies, some technologies that help cities to replace, to put something new, to replace the water infrastructure. Infrastructure is the basic systems and services necessary for country, So in this text, they're talking about the piping system. They're talking about new technologies that helping cities to replace failing water infrastructure. So new technology gonna replace something to fix the water systems in the country. And they say that piping systems allow polymer-based materials to be inserted into the old pipes to repair faults and leaks. They're talking about the piping system allow some materials to be inserted to the old pipes into the old one, the old tube. Why they have to insert the old? Why they have to do that? Because they want to repair. They want to fix some mistakes. They want to repair faults or repair the problem, fix the problem. Something with leaks. What is the leaks? If you have something like this, for example, and inside in here you got the small hole. This object contains water. If you got the small hole here, water can flow out. So we call this thing like leaks. You might heard something about like gas leaks or water leak. We call this leak. It's going to repair the faults and also try to do something with the leaks. Try to do something with water leaks. And now we're gonna have a look at the option. What do you think we should fill in this blank? If you see here, you fill in the blank question, is very important that you go a little bit before the blank or after the blank. It's gonna give you the hint or the clue. Piping system to repair fault, to repair. Repair is verb infinitive. Fault is the plural nouns, right? And then you have and. The thing in here, before and after and should be the same. So in here you got leaks like noun. Fault is plural nouns. So in here we should have something like repair, which is verb infinitive. So if you're going down here to see the full option in our first blank, you're gonna see contain, which is verb infinitive. Stabilize, also verb infinitive. Deposit and reduce is also verb infinitive. You can try to guess the answer before look at the option, because it can help you to avoid confusion, or even if you guess the answer and then you see that it's exactly something that you're guessing, So you can save your time, and then you can answer is very quick. It saves a lot of time, and then you can move on to the next question straight away. So let's have a look. The first one, contain. What does this mean? If something contains something else, it has that thing inside it or as part of it. For example, if I say, this drink doesn't contain any alcohol, it means that this drink is alcohol free. So even the kid or children can drink this one, for example. So do you think that content can fit in our first blank? No. Look at stabilize. Stabilize means to become or to make something become steady and unlikely to change, to make something stable. Stabilize, stable. For example, in medical term, the patient's condition stabilized, their condition is stable. Stabilize something. For example, government measures to stabilize prices. So the government tried to make the prices in the country stable. And also, stabilize cannot be the answer in this one. Deposit as a verb is mean that you put money into a bank account. You deposit your money in bank account. But deposit also mean that you pay a sum of money as the first part of a larger payment. For example, if you rent your apartment in Australia, you have to pay a sum of money that you will get back if you return your apartment, your apartment that you rented in good condition. So we say we call this thing like we call this money like deposit as well. You deposit some money and then you will get it back whenever you move out from that apartment. Now we can confirm that the answer for the first blank is reduce. Piping system allow materials to be inserted into the old one to repair faults, to repair some mistake, fix the problems and reduce leaks. When it comes to managing wastewater, new systems are dash, such as advanced immobilized cell reactor technology, which uses a system based on the immobilization of bacteria, reducing the power and land area needed for conventional wastewater treatment systems. They're talking about the new system are something, such as, so they give us the example, blah, blah, blah. We don't really need to understand. But what we need to know is that here you see verb to be, right? They use new technologies are, and then here it can be adjective or it can be verb in form, like the verb form in ing form or ed form. So now we have a look at the option. We have ongoing. What does this mean, ongoing? Ongoing is adjective. It means continuing to exist or develop. For example, if I say an ongoing debate or an ongoing discussion or ongoing process, so it's continuing to exist or develop. Or if I say the police investigation is ongoing, it means that the police is still doing investigation right now. Have a look at the second one, adjourning. What does it mean, adjourning? Adjourning come from the verb adjourn. Adjourn means to stop a meeting or an official process, especially a trial for a period of time. For example, the court adjourned for lunch. So the court stopped the trial for lunch. So I don't think we can choose adjourning for this blank. How about upbringing? Upbringing is noun. So upbringing is a noun. It means the way in which a child is cared for and taught how to behave while it is growing up. For example, she had a very sheltered upbringing. It means that she had a very protected childhood from her parents. We cannot choose upbringing for this blank either. So I think we have to go with the last option, emerging. What does this mean, emerge? Emerge means to move out of or to move away from something and become possible to see. For example, if I say the crabs emerged at low tide to look for food, So the crabs, the animal, emerged at the low tide in the ocean, in the sea, because they want to have a look for food. Or in this text, in our case, emerge can mean start to exist or to appear or become known. For the second blank, we have to go with emerging. It means to become known. New systems become known, such as blah 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 blah. And now we're moving on to the next one. And companies have realized that much can be achieved by re-examining their products at the dash stage, by designing items that can be more easily picked apart and that use fewer different materials. Okay, they say that companies have realized mean discovered, or have found that, companies found that a lot of things, much can be achieved by re-examining, so by test again, do the test again about their products at something stage. So let's have a look at the option. Envision, showcase, profile, and development. So we have to go with the development stage. The development stage of the product life cycle is the research phase before a product is introduced to the market. So it is the research, before the company launch their product. For example, if Apple wanna launch the new iPhone, they have to have the development stage. They have to do some research before they sell, before that new iPhone is being sold. So in our text, we have to go with the development stage, because they say companies have found that much can be achieved by by re-examining their products at the beginner, the research stage. So in here, we have to go with development for our third blank. The company said that by designing the items that can be more easily picked apart, or like find faults or mistake or flaws in their products, and also use less or fewer different materials in their constructions or production, company can increase something. In this blank, you see the article the in front of the blank, and you have content here. So content is the noun, the is article. What we have to fill in this blank? We have to fill this blank with adjective. The adjective is modifying the noun content here. Now we have to have a look in the option. We have dense. Dense, yes, it's adjective, but dense is mean containing a lot of people, things, and plants, etc. For example, a dense crowd or a dense forest is mean that a dense crowd means so many people, and dense forest means so many plants, so many trees. So I don't think we can use dense in this blank. Recyclable, what does this mean? If you don't know the answer here, you can read a little bit further. You can see here, they said that the product, the content of what they produce, cutting waste and generating cost savings by being able to reuse. This one is the answer that we are looking for. This content, this item, we can reuse them, we can recycle them. So we have to go with adjective recyclable, because recyclable means be able to recycle, be able to reuse the parts, the materials. And now we have a look at the third one, why crumple is not the answer. Crumple we use with clothes or papers. It means that pressed or crushed into folds. And the last one, the last adjective is clumsy. So clumsy, if you're talking about people and animals, it means moving or doing things in a way that is not smooth or steady or careful. For example, if you see or if you hear this sentence, I spilled your coffee, sorry, that was clumsy of me. But if we're talking about process, clumsy means too complicated to understand or use easily. For example, the complaints procedure is clumsy and time consuming. It means that this complaints procedure is very complicated and is time consuming. It takes a lot of time to understand this procedure. So we have to recap the answer for you before we end this video. The first one, to repair faults and reduce leaks. The second one, new systems are emerging, become known. The third one, at the development stage, the research stage before the product is being sold. And the last one, we have to fill with the recyclable content, the content that we can recycle, we can reuse them. So I hope this video was helpful or interesting in some way, and I hope that you learn a lot of new vocabularies, collocations, or grammatical structure, and you take down some notes that is going to be very helpful for you when you prepare for your PTE exam.